the day when you were trying to get your first job. Think of the day when you wanted to make up that interview, that dream company, first, second, third, fourth, whatever. Keep your eyes closed, please. Think of the day when you wanted to meet someone really special, someone really important, who would make you win or lose the deal, but you didn't know the way to it. You know it was close to Barakhamba Road. You knew it was somewhere down in South Delhi. You had been to a restaurant, but you don't exactly remember where. You call up a clique, a set of friends you might know. They help you take that left, or maybe go straight. Ask that rickshawala, and then you realize, oh, I wish I was a little bit more location intelligent. May I request you to open your eyes? Location intelligence. That's no different from something we experience every day in our life. We all want to know more about where we're going, which is the shortest path to a place, where we should set up the new environment for our business. So your worries could be something as many as the skies. You could be thinking about where should your next business be. You could be thinking about where could I find the nearest doctor in case of an emergency. You could be a concerned husband who would be worried where my wife is currently shopping. Any worries of this sort can all be attributed and solved by the power of location intelligence. In my speech today, I'll be talking about what location intelligence is, how is the infrastructure for making location intelligence available to you brought forward, and how it has been used in one particular case study as to solving problems in real life. So going forward, actually it will help you. Yeah. So going forward, at the end of this exercise, I expect that we should all be a little better with location and would never get lost again. So all the data that we see, research says that all the data put together in this world, including the big data, has 80% of it has a location component to it. So when you club location data, which is all geography related data, and when you combine the business intelligence bit of it, what you get is called as location intelligence. Now let's look at how location intelligence has been brought forward. You have those typical Excels, could be stored in any form, any tables, which can be as complex as this. My restaurant listing is here, where they are located, what cuisines, stuff like being available to you in detail here. Now, if I change the same thing, go on to the next slide. If we change it to something looking like this, which says we could have a pie chart which could represent all this data. It gives me a better visualization. However, if I was able to put all this on a map, where a map has the highest visual impact, which means that not only do we remember the graphic bit of it, the colors also add a sense of remembrance as to if South America, this has the highest population. India, Asia, best on these materials. Africa, low on this, high on this. So that the effect of data plus visualization is put together. So that's how we can use maps to our best understanding. Let's move forward. And herein, we intend to combine the elementary geography that we studied plus the business intelligence that we're developing as we are working in the industry, put together and form the essence of location business intelligence. We move forward. So, we ever wonder Google Maps, MapQuest, Navteq, Nokia Maps, if you've ever heard of it? All these are different forms of maps that we see today. Typically, maps have been something like this. This is a map of Tamil Nadu that you have in hand. It could have been a map of Delhi. And if you were driving on road, you would be perplexed looking at where is the next turn, where is Qutub Minar, and things like that. But to avoid that perplexing of information, we have something like a simplified interactive map today, what we call as web maps, which you can see on a desktop computer or a laptop or the other forms. The other form of mapping could also have been a slightly customized version which we see in the atlas. Now the atlas would help you to see a detailed perspective of maps. They could be thematic maps, they could be different projections of maps, there could be political maps, which we have seen in past, which we were given as geography assignments, and we would all mark them up and put them again. So this could be a detailed perspective is provided by the atlas map. However, nothing can beat the beauty of an interactive map. Coming on to my next segment as to how these maps are put together. If you go back on, yeah. So what is done at the back end is that you combine the information of the features that we are talking about. You take the geographic aspects of it and you take the data that you all want to put it up with to bring up any kind of analysis that you would want to run on it. Let me come over to the case study that I was talking about. Somewhere in the 18th century, London was hit by a major cholera. Nobody was able to understand why this epidemic is out of reach. What happened next was this mystery was solved by a location intelligent doctor. What he did was he put up a map of London city and he overlaid with it, he marked areas where all the boreholes where the water that was consumed in the entire city was sitting, and he also marked up areas where most of the cases of contamination was being reported. So putting these three layers of data together, he was able to analyze that this was the particular borewell from where the contamination was being stemmed. So this led to the start of spatial analysis. What we today see in form of the analysis is actually a lot of layers of business data, layers of geographic data clubbed together to form the solution that you're looking at. If we go over to the next slide, what is location intelligence called in the industry is geographical information system, which is a combination of different blocks. It can be data, it can be application, complex software, and special technologists who work in this dedicated field of combining computer sciences to geography. Moving on to the next slide, the world today is different. If you run into a difficulty, all you need is to access the Google Map. You don't have to bother your friend. You can always bother them for other things, but the world is at your fingertips now, and you have access to anything that's really close to you. With this, life is now beautiful. Go ahead, explore the world with full freedom, and live happily ever after with maps in your palm. Thank you so much.